Hey Wolves fans, Matt Cook here, your Assistant Athletic Director for Awesome here at the University of West Georgia. I am here today with our soccer coaches, Head Coach Stacey Balaam, Assistant Coach Ben Chedgy. Now, America, we didn't make it to the World Cup, but there's been a lot of World Cup watching going on around here. We've been talking about it, and so what we decided we'd do is have a little bit of fun here and get Coach Balaam and Coach Chedgy's picks for the World Cup bracket here as we move into the round of 16 tomorrow. Now, what we'd like you to do is to retweet and give us your pick, and anyone who actually outpicks Coach Balaam or Coach Chedgy or picks the actual winner. We'll go into a drawing for an Adidas swag bag later on this summer. So just help us out with that, and let's have a little bit of fun as we look at the World Cup here in the summer.
So starting on the top left, I've picked Uruguay to beat Portugal. Just fancy Uruguay because they haven't conceded a goal yet. And then they will play the winner of France and Argentina, and I fancy the French in that. I actually fancy the French to go a long way. Below that we got Brazil against Mexico. I think the Brazilians got too much for Mexico, and they'll play the winner of Belgium or Japan. And again, I think Belgium have way too much for Japan, and again we'll go far. So on the top right we got Spain against Russia, and although Russia obviously being the hosts and doing well, I think Spain are going to have too much. Below that they'll play the winner of Croatia and Denmark, and Croatia have been kind of like the Cinderella story I think so far for the World Cup, so I think they'll go ahead and beat Denmark. And then on the other side we've got Sweden against Switzerland, and I think the Swiss will probably have too much. And then below that Colombia against England. Now this was a difficult one obviously, but I think Colombia will probably edge England out just because we're a little bit weak when it comes to tournament play.
No way. I can't believe you're going against your motherland.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Disgusting.
Your homeland, but. Okay, so mine might be a little bit different to Coach Ben's over here. So top left, Uruguay against Portugal. I think Ronaldo's going to carry his team. He's going to will his team to win. Great leader. Specialist on set pieces, so he might edge that one for them. So Portugal will take that game. Next one, obviously France against Argentina. That's a massive game, but I think, sorry Messi, you're going home. And you know, even though he is now the coach of that team, I think it's going to be devastating for him because the French are going to edge that. Brazil against Mexico. You know, Brazil are loaded with talent, and I think that they're one of the strongest teams in this competition. And I think they're really getting into the groove now, so I think they are going to win that one and advance. Belgium against Japan. As we saw, unfortunately, Belgium edged England yesterday, and I think they are very strong, very deep into their squad. I think they would win that game against Japan. Over to the other side, Spain, I think will win and advance in their match. Croatia against Denmark. Sorry, I just had a little blank there with my flags. Need a geography lesson apparently. So I think Croatia, like Coach Ben said, they're very strong this year. They've got a great midfield that drives that team. Fun to watch. I think Croatia will edge Denmark in that one. Sweden against Switzerland. Sorry, I've got a good Swedish friend of mine who was a former athlete here and All-American here. I'm going to have to go against her and say the Swiss are going to do one over on Sweden there. And then, you know, the mighty England against Colombia. I have to stick with my homeland, my home team. You know, I've got to believe in them. You know, what's that American chant that they sing over here? I believe that we will win. Yeah, I'm going with that one.
I hope you're not basing your whole bracket on that chant though, because it's not the best chant.
I think it's going to be, I believe that we will win until we get to the next round.
Going into the semis, I think that between Uruguay and France, I think the French will probably come out on top, and then they will obviously play the winner of Brazil and Belgium, and I think Belgium will probably edge out Brazil. Of those two games, I then fancy the French to go on to the final. On the other side of the bracket, we have Spain against Croatia, and again I'm backing Croatia as the dark horse in the tournament to beat the Spanish. Yeah, I'm brave. and they'll play the winner of Switzerland and Colombia. And again, I think Colombia will probably go on to play the Croats there, with the Croats meeting the French in the final.
Who's the winner?
France. I think France will win it.
So then we have the French against Brazil. I think Brazil, like I said, will have the momentum, and they'll be too hot to handle for France, so they will go into the finals from there. Then Spain, the Spanish against England. I think Spain, unfortunately, is going to do it over England, which leaves us with Brazil against Spain, and Brazil will be the winners in the end.
It's a safe bet, isn't it?
Safe, but it's going to be accurate.
Betting on the Brazilians.
You bet against England to lose.
Safe as well.
First knockout round.
Safe as well.
We're good. Dilly dilly.
All right, so there you have it. We've got Coach Balaam going with Brazil as the champion, Coach Chedgy going with France as the champion. Make sure to retweet this and give us your pick. Let us know who you think is going to win the World Cup, and anyone who can outpick these two will win an Adidas swag bag, or a chance to win an Adidas swag bag. So thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the World Cup.